Bothering me is that being a celebrity sometimes comes with, like, everybody wants to be successful in a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, bullshit sometimes, and that's the only thing that I hate about it.
Watching him, he's with my man Charlie Mack, so Charlie was with me every step of the way, first out the limo, so Charlie has been with me, 30 years coming up in the business, so, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength, he's surrounded by a whole lot of love, and all he has to do is add discipline, and he gonna be all right.
Will and Jada Smith are kicking off 2026 under a very dark cloud. And when I say dark, I mean disturbing allegations involving young men who allegedly came to them seeking guidance, mentorship, and career opportunities only to leave traumatized and discarded. One of those men is Brazier Gray. According to Brazier, what he experienced under Will Smith's so-called mentorship was so intense that it completely altered the course of his life. He claims he went from being a promising young Hollywood actor to being pushed into situations he never signed up for, allegedly being exploited, manipulated, and passed around within powerful circles. Brazier alleges that Will didn't just use him, but groomed him under the disguise of mentorship, only to abandon him once he was no longer useful. Over time, Brazier says he developed emotional attachment, believing Will was someone who would protect him and guide him. That illusion reportedly lasted for years. The most painful part? Brazier claims that once he tried to break away and do something for himself, Will and Jada allegedly used their influence to blacklist him so severely that doors across the industry slammed shut. With his career destroyed and nothing left to lose, Brazier says there's no reason for him to stay silent any longer.
This, till today, is still one of the scariest transformations I've ever seen in my life. To go from this, fine, young, rich, millions of followers, you know what I'm saying? You could start any business you want, you can do whatever you want, you are known around the world. Into this, in a matter of years? Baby, this ain't just drugs.
After Empire ended, Brazier Gray's career took a sharp and controversial turn. Hollywood once praised his talent, both as an actor and a rapper, and powerful names like Will Smith publicly talked about mentoring him and elevating him to A-list status. But somewhere along the way, things went off the rails. Brazier began acting out, was quietly blackballed, and went from a rising star with blockbuster potential to becoming a deeply controversial internet figure. His name slowly disappeared from serious industry conversations, and it likely would have stayed that way if recent reports about Will and Jada's alleged private behavior toward young men hadn't resurfaced. Now, Brazier is reportedly considering a $50 million lawsuit against Will Smith. A blind item tied to the situation suggested that an A-list mogul may soon face multiple male accusers, hinting this wouldn't be an isolated case.
About this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it.
Things escalated further when Will Smith was hit with another lawsuit, this time from his former violinist, Brian Scott Joseph. Brian alleges that during Will's 2025 tour, Will began crossing professional boundaries, claiming they shared a special connection unlike any other. According to the lawsuit, Will's behavior allegedly became increasingly uncomfortable and inappropriate over time. Brian claims that after reporting a disturbing incident involving his hotel room being entered without permission, he was shamed, dismissed, and eventually fired. He alleges that Will attempted to groom him for a sexual relationship and that his refusal caused Will's behavior toward him to turn hostile, prompting the lawsuit.
The shared grace. So long story short, when I'm in Chicago, this guy's acting erratic. Crazy. He's getting stopped by the cops. There's male prostitutes involved. There's mental illness involved. There's drug use involved. And I'm really trying to see what happened to this guy. And one day he said, you know what happened. You know that Will R-worded me, or however y'all kind of say it on YouTube. You know that Diddy sexually assaulted me. And you know Charlie Mack made me suck his private part. right? And I'm like, whoa, this was a full admittance. And he's going, and I'm like, I didn't know anything. He's in the corner, balled up, snot, so much sweating and pain that blood is coming from his nose, right? And this is me and him in a conversation. And he was like, please don't tell him, right? Will admitted to me that he had sex with Bashir Gray, but it was consensual, right? So I'm like, okay, so now it's starting to make sense, because I would have never believed that the way this guy's acting, something had to happen. So now, Will told me, and this is going to be in paperwork and everything, right? So when Will told me that he did have sexual intercourse with Bashir, he said Bashir did ask him to stop. Will said he completed the act, then stopped. Right then and there, when a person says stop, that means stop. Period. So I do believe that Will Smith sexually assaulted Bashir Gray. Charlie Mack and Will gets a lawyer for Bashir, and they try to get me under NDA. I tell Will, I'm not signing, I don't even have an NDA with you. I'm not getting an NDA with him. You understand what I'm saying? So I hire a lawyer, right? When I hire the lawyer, he comes back and say, listen, this is the best I can do. He said, I'm going to have y'all do a mutual NDA, meaning that Bashir can't tell people that you know that Will and Diddy sexually assaulted him. And I want to say the R word, but I know we're on YouTube. Then you can't say nothing about him. So I said, okay, well, as long as he stopped telling people that I know what Will and Diddy did to him. You understand what I'm saying? Period. That was the problem. So there's legal paperwork, and it's all gonna be, and you gotta follow this case. All that's coming out in court.
Legal experts say parts of Brian's case may be difficult to prove, but Brazier Gray's story adds weight to the larger narrative. Especially since Will's former friend and assistant has gone on record, claiming Brazier was used and discarded under the false promise of mentorship. According to him, Will allegedly used guidance and career access as bait, inviting young entertainers into exclusive environments and telling them they needed to pay their dues before earning real opportunities.
Now, he's a gay porn star. Are you happy now, Andy? For a book that didn't sell? I hope that new husband of yours leaves you. And maybe it's time you tell your son why his father is really in jail, his biological father, for all of his life and what you had to do with it.
At first, Brazier's allegations were brushed off as a possible money grab. That changed when brother Bilal, Will Smith's close friend of over 40 years, stepped forward. Bilal claims he personally witnessed troubling behavior and believes Brazier's account is true, alleging that Will and Diddy were involved in something deeply sinister.
Ooh. So, but normally I have to go to Will's house if there's a meeting. So Will comes to my apartment allegedly, and Charlie Mack, the rat, the informant, comes to my apartment. So they was like, hey B, look man, we got this new guy Will is mentoring, his name is Bashir Gray. Everybody call him Yaz. He's about to get cast on this major show. That was I'm like, okay, what you want? I'm thinking they coming to get product. Bashir was supposed to allegedly star in the reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I said, look, Will, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to go to Chicago and hold this guy down. I remember like it was yesterday, I turned the computer around. I said, Will, that's what's in my bank account right now, right? Will started laughing, right? And said, I'm gonna make sure you get double that over the course of time. That's my guarantee. So I'm like, jeez. I said, okay. So he said, just make sure.
Bilal explains that Brazier was originally managed by Will's longtime associate Charlie Mack, which led to Will taking an interest in him. Initially, everything seemed normal. But then Brazier reportedly changed, becoming restless, reckless, and spiraling into destructive behavior. Bilal says no one could understand why, until he learned something he was never meant to hear.
I'm in Chicago, this guy's acting erratic. Crazy. He's getting stopped by the cops. There's male prostitutes involved. There's mental illness involved, there's drug use involved, and I'm really trying to see what happened to this guy. And one day he said, you know what happened. You know that Will R-worded me, or however y'all kind of say it on YouTube. You know that Diddy sexually assaulted me, and you know Charlie Mack made me suck his private part, right? And I'm like, whoa, this was a full amends.
During a private conversation, Brazier allegedly broke down and told Bilal that Will Smith and Diddy did something to him. At first, Brazier assumed Bilal already knew until he saw his reaction. Brazier then claimed he was given money and promises and sent away, but whatever happened left him permanently changed. Bilal says it was like something inside Brazier was lost.
To put it, this dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
Same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on. I pulled him to the side. I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. I want to love you because everybody else loves you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will raped me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. So I grabbed my husband. I said, listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come.
Is this true?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true.
Bilal later went public, making explosive claims about Will, Jada, and their inner circle, statements so serious that Jada reportedly threatened legal action. Bilal stood his ground, saying if he were lying, a lawsuit would expose that quickly.
Out of it.
Said Will, and once again, they was willing to give me the money, but what they wanted me to do, I wasn't going to do that for the money. And I knew that alleged things have happened with younger kids. I knew that there were some egregious acts on a sexual nature done to people. That money, I called it the devil money. If I would have took that money, right, that money would have done me no good. You understand what I'm saying? That money could have been my downfall. That's why I didn't take that money. People are like, oh, he trying to get money. Okay, well, if I'm trying to get money, why didn't I take that money?
Bilal also revealed that he was allegedly offered money to stay quiet, money he refused. He described it as devil money, saying accepting it would have destroyed him. His refusal, he says, proves he isn't chasing a payday and that his support of Brazier is about truth, not profit. Final thought. It's one thing for Brazier Gray to make these claims and be dismissed. It's another thing entirely when multiple lawsuits, witnesses, and longtime insiders start echoing the same disturbing themes. So the question is this all coincidence, or is there real truth buried under Hollywood silence? Sound off in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Kiss Mark.